Hey everybody, Ryan FMTG here. Last week it was all about evaluating all the cards from the new set Haunted by Memories. This week it's all about testing those new cards and playing with them. On Monday we kind of did a brew, kind of meme slash somewhat competitive deck, but this time around we're looking at an old deck with some new spicy cards added from this set. But I just wanted to remind you that I do have a schedule, so you can expect new videos every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday up on this channel. And please pet the corgi in the bottom right button, or right corner, because that's the sub button, so each and every sub means a lot to me. So let's talk about the deck. So this is Wesker Ouroboros, and I've always liked this deck, and it's been very powerful to medium powerful. It's always been decent depending on the metagame. Right now, this is probably my favorite deck in this metagame, and one that I think is maybe the strongest, if not up there for that position. You know, the metagame is only about 2 weeks old, a week and a half, so it's very hard to say what is the best one, but I've been liking and doing good with Wesker Ouroboros, and we got some really fun new toys that I'm still trying to figure out exactly how many and of each card and of each new toy we should be playing. So why don't we talk about some of the card choices and the numbers. First up is Rebel's Memory. This is an awesome card. It does have Memory 7, but if you could get Memory 7 and do the destroy all units instead, yes, it does destroy your units, but you are the one with this card, so you can make sure that it's a 3-for-1 or 2-for-1 in your favor. Yes, sometimes this is hard to do, and so it can be awkward situations where you are killing something of your own, but the upside is really good, and the Memory 7 is that's pretty steep cost. However, we're Ouroboros. We're playing a lot of Resurrection, Unearth spells, / False Thrones, stuff like that, so we can get there. Now, my big question is Rebel's Memory just better than playing another Betrayal? And I'm kind of on the fence. I still will be playing with Rebel's Memory because I still want to test it out more, so this is one that is up for debate. Another new card is Reckless Brawl. This is 5 MP, and it places a random unit from your graveyard in front of an enemy unit. It has Memory 4, which 4 is not that hard for us to get to. Yes, this is still definitely more mid to late game to get that 4, but really just mid game. It gives that unit additional +1/+1. This card is great. It's another like Force Revival or Rebirth. You know, we don't play Force Revival because it's so expensive, so it's another Rebirth or Ouroboros on a stick that's actually plussing our unit, which is awesome. The big hoop to jump through is your opponent has to have an enemy unit for this to go in front of. If they have nothing, this just fizzles. I actually don't know even if you can cast it. Or if they have, let's say, a zombie and you play this and they Selfless Predation or Mad Massacre their zombie, this fizzles. So yes, there is some downside to Reckless Brawl, but overall, this is such a powerful one, and so I still am playing a 3-up because it's so good. The last new card is Obsessive Duel. This is 2 MP. It places a random unit in the enemy's graveyard on the field, then places a random unit from your graveyard on the field in front of it. When I first saw this, I was super high up on this card. However, we're just playing a 1-of because it's more situational than Reckless Brawl, where overall I've been liking Reckless Brawl a lot more. Because this one is situational because your opponent has to have a unit in the graveyard. Also, there has to be a board slot open for that unit to go in front of it. And then, even if all those criteria are open, you're still giving your opponent a unit. However, that's not too bad because probably the unit that you're getting is bigger and better than theirs, but that still is a downside. Overall, I like Obsessive Duel, but it is just a 1-of because Reckless Brawl was like, oh wait, this is better and better and better. And then the rest of the shell is pretty similar to what we've seen before. We are playing 9 units. It is Tyrants, Monster, as well as Devil, because those are the biggest, heaviest hitters. Of course, we are playing the playset of False Throne and Rebirth, because those are just so efficient and so great. We're then playing 2 Mad Massacres. We are playing any Selfless Predation, and I keep going back and forth of do I want to play Mad Massacre or Selfless Predation, because we do have so many more actions that we want to fit into this deck. However, I still like some 1 MP effects to be able to flip our own Tyrant. So right now I am playing 2 Mad Massacres, but that's kind of up for debate. And then I'm playing 2 Murder Spikes and 3 Fate of the Unworthy. I've been really liking Fate of the Unworthy. That's why this is a 3-2 split, where Murder Spike is still good, but Fate of the Unworthy has really been putting in work overall. So that's the list. I think this is very powerful, even if it's not the best numbers. It's still, this is pretty much there. However, I'm still like brewing around with it. I think Ouroboros in this meta has a lot of potential. Oh, and of course we're playing, you know, Cruel Game and of course Living Death, because Living Death is a no-brainer in any of these decks because this is kind of a broken card. But that's the deck. Let's see how good we could do with Wesker Ouroboros. Starting off against Rakoha, which is one of the most popular decks and very good right now. So this is a good test to see if how Ouroboros handles this. It's nice because if they do something like cantrip or something, we can just false throne here. I do like Fate of the Unworthy in most Rakoha builds because this is usually getting something good. I think we just kind of like jam this. Awesome. I'm kind of okay because I kind of just want to like jam this Tyrant right here to kind of like nullify this, and then once they do a spell or something, we can just like kill the Hell Ant. Let's kill this, because that's the whole reason why they're halting the devil, is so then this can like kill the devil. And yes, this is halting it. We are taking some 2 more damage, but like we can always like net enough mana just to play like devil there or something. That's just doing 2 damage. Yeah, we don't need to do anything. I don't want to use our 2 last MP just to false throne. There's no real reason, since it's not like we could use our hero power or anything like that. And then we can just do this. We could do this, get back the devil, and yeah, they could use their hero power, but like, what is it doing, 7 splits? Oh no, only 4 split. Oh, that's not going to do much. Like, still better than nothing, but this is feeling very powerful start. We kind of just have a lot of big fatties, kind of the momentum's going our way, and we're just keeping it. That's fine. We could do this. You know what? I don't want to false throne here because, yet again, if you're in the lead like that, there's no reason to net it, because why give them free MP? Against Jill, I really have high hopes for Jill in this season. Like, it seems like, you know, maybe a green-red Jill, or even like green-purple. Like, there's some very good cards, or even just traditional Jill, you know. So it'll be exciting to see what our opponent is up to. I kind of want to maybe wait to drop a Gore Monster and then hopefully quickly after that follow up with a Tyrant. Yes, we're not going to gain any life, but we have then a flipped Gore Monster for the future. So like to get back with rebirths or just our hero power. Yes, it's tempting to wait, but just in case if there's something that kills it, and then we're not, like, losing any life, yes, we would gain the life. But I would rather just, like, for sure flip that Gore Monster rather than, like, wait around a little bit. I kind of want to do this, but they could have something to kill this. But I still think it's worth it overall. Yeah. Okay, it still survives. Because, like, with, like, the spillover and stuff, this is going to do so much damage. But I still want just to get that false throne off. Let's just do this. Because now, also, if they do something in response, because we have that false throne, we could just do this. And either Slow Tyrant or Gore Monster, hopefully Gore Monster, and tilt. And this is a very powerful start, not going to lie. And see, we already have 3 memory. That's fine. So this is where Reckless Brawl, we can't use it, and that feels real bad, right? We could Man Massacre on this just to flip it, but I don't think that that's particularly worth it, because they're going to be played a unit sooner rather than later, right? And now we can just kind of do this and this.
Behold my omnipotent power.
As soon as they probably as soon as they play a unit, we just Mad Massacre this. Let's wait for the shield to die, then we Mad Massacre. Because overall 5 is more than 4, so I'd rather have the shield just absorb the Gore Monsters stuff. Let's kill it. See, this is where Fate of the Unworthy, like, I'm really liking this card right now in this meta. Like, it's always been, like, pretty decent ever since it came out last set, but right now, I'm really enjoying it. And that should be it, yeah. That's just the power of Ouroboros right there. More combo Akuma. We can keep this. I like this, because we can also just False Throne into Rebirth. Sometimes I don't like to False Throne right away, but they are probably a deck with a lot of pump spells, so I don't mind getting a False Throne there. Not quite sure why they're doing Sibling Memories there. Maybe just to, like, cantrip, get the free AP closer to their hero art, I would assume. Because yet again, we're just dropping this as soon as we can, because if they want to do another Sibling's Memory or something like that, that's fine. Sure. Didn't... Yeah, I haven't seen Destructive Instinct for a while, but yeah. I used to play that card a lot. I still think it's good, right? Like, every once in a while, I'll, like, put it in a deck, and, like, maybe in this type of Akuma list, it's pretty good. Unfortunately, we're kind of out, but they're already at 20, so that's pretty good. I don't necessarily want to drop a Tyrant on board without anything, and they don't have anything in the graveyard, so, like, that's where, like, Obsessive Duel kind of stinks, right? Or do they have something in their graveyard? I was going to say, I don't think that they did. Sure. We could just play this just to cantrip, just like see what we get. Also, like, we could just like Mad Massacre like anytime we want. Okay, that's a spicy card. Oh, that's what we're doing here. Okay. Okay, I see. This actually might be hard for us. I didn't catch on quite as fast as maybe I should have, but I caught on now. Yeah. And like, it is kind of hard for us to deal with this Cammy. Like, hopefully it goes to the upfront, so our Devil dealt. Man, I really wanted to do this sooner, but we couldn't, and so we didn't get any AP, which really stinks, because like if that was like 2 free AP, we could like place a Devil. They're taking a lot. They're at 3. Oh, I guess they did a Sibling's Memory, so they're at more. They need a way to protect Cammy though. We definitely just do this, because they're going to get the Cammy back anyways with the Rebirth, so we kind of like fizzle that Rebirth, and so then like we just get something back. Oh, they had another Cammy. That probably wasn't the smartest. Never mind. That maybe wasn't the smartest, but like, it's fine. It's okay. Yeah, they're doing work. Man. We got killed! I feel okay. Like, I've seen this Cammy run around on Reddit and stuff, and it looks spicy. Facing off against Dark Destruction, usually I like this matchup quite a bit because 5 MP or less, that literally just does nothing. Yet again, I think here we'll kind of start off with a Gore Monster into a Tyrant to try to flip it. Even if we're not getting any life, it's usually pretty good. However, like, we could drop the Gore Monster, they could just, like, obliterate it or something like that. Always want to put the Gore Monster in the middle so it actually gets the spillover effect. I think I'm okay with having this hit for 3. And now let's flip it. So now this could kill it in 1 hit. Sure. Unfortunately we don't have anything in there. We could just use like this to kill this. I don't think that's worth it. No, because like this could just be so much better. Like this 2/2, like yeah, it might hit us a little bit, but like I don't particularly care. Like I'm not saying that it's the best by any means, but like it is what it is. We could have just, like, rebirthed there, but I kind of want to see if we could flip this one, and if something goes south or if they play Obliteration or something that we just, like, rebirth. We're taking it, like, a little bit slower, but, like, I'm kind of okay with that.
Is that all you have?
Let's try to be able to, the Gore to hit kill in 1. Let's do this. Wow, let's flip it. Where now, because, like, this is great, this is just, like, free getting in. Yes, the Slow Tyrant isn't doing much, but he's there, he's chilling. Okay. We kind of played into a cruel game, but that's fine. Because now we can, you know, it's nice we still have a Super Tyrant, we're getting a Gore Monster back, gaining 9, going back to 30, and I think I'm okay just like using this right here. Oh, that's fine. Now we rebirth. No reason to False Throne here or anything like that. Slow Tyrant, I wanted something better, but that's okay. Wish we had a way to kill that. We could do this, but like, doesn't particularly matter. I actually think I'm okay with doing this. Even, like, because we have no other plays that really particularly matter. Let's just False Throne here. I don't really care about getting anything in our graveyard, but, like, we have so much MP, and now, like, since all of our boards, like, I kind of want to dig for, like, a Med Massacre or something like that. And this should kind of do it. Because we could just like drop that. Yeah, this matchup is pretty good for Ouroboros. Spike Launch. I don't mind this hand. I don't love it, but I don't mind it. Let's just keep it. Like, I don't know, we have 1 Devil, and if you have one of your fatty units, I kind of just usually keep it. And also we have Living Death, which isn't necessarily what you want in your opener, but down the line, it's going to be awesome. I think I kind of want to wait till 9. Sometimes as soon as I get 8, I just kind of like slam this. But let's just slam this here. Like, yeah, it's kind of stinks because usually you want like that unit to hit first, but like since we had so much MP, we couldn't really particularly do that. Third? I think I'm just going to kill that. Also, whoa, that was a punt. That was a punt. I wasn't thinking. We definitely should have killed this. I don't know why we killed that, because like we could have dropped Gore there, and like Gore could have like hit that off in 1 hit. That was silly. We could just do this. Let's just do this. I don't know if this is particularly worth it, but like getting rid of this 4/5 that they've kind of like beefed up seems pretty powerful to me, where now we can do this. It's nice that we have Murder Spikes, so when they get to flip that Tyrant, we can Murder Spikes it. It's not killing it, which is pretty good for us. They still need to deal with it. We could just net some MP, which is nice. I guess we're okay with that. I don't know, we're doing some like trades that I'm not in love with, but I don't feel like we're in a super rush to do anything else. I kind of want to do this, then Living Death, because it gets rid of this Tyrant and this 3/7. Ah, I don't think we had enough. Oh, yeah, now this is just going to be better. Definitely worth taking that 3, even though I didn't particularly like mean to do that, but still like good value. And before we start Ouroborosing, because Ouroboros now does exile, but it has exiled for quite some time now. We're like, wait, do we have anything in our graveyard? No, we don't. Man, I was about to do a hard punt in Ouroboros right there. That would have been embarrassing. So let's just do this monster right here.
Behold my omnipotent power.
Thought we got there in time for that, but that was a little unfortunate because I really wanted that to like eat that, but hopefully we can flip it. Because now if we could like, let's drop this to flip this, because this can like just eat quite a bit of the gates, eat some damage. So now let's just do our Man Massacre, because now we'll flip the Tyrant, and they're at 1, so any hit is lethal, and we're 1 away from our hero power, so that seems pretty good. Got there. Yeah, some of those trades weren't favorable for us, but we just kind of squeaked it out, which feels nice. Overall, we went 4-1, which is pretty good. Our loss was to basically, I assume, the mono 1-unit Kami deck, which I've seen popping up, and I need to look more into that because it seemed pretty powerful and pretty fun. Yes, it's gimmicky, but if it's gimmicky and powerful, that's definitely something I want to get my hands on. But yeah, overall, I like this Ouroboros list. I like where it matches up pretty well against the field, so if you want a powerful deck, play Ouroboros, right? We all know Ouroboros is powerful, but it got some new toys where it can cut down. It doesn't need to be playing the 4/1 Tyrant or any of the zombies or other kind of more mediocre cards, because we just have more heavy hitters. Yes, our heavy hitters are like Obsessive Duel and Reckless Brawl, which are kind of a little bit more hit or miss, more hoops to jump through to really turn them on. But overall, I'm a big fan of Reckless Brawl. Yes, there are hoops to go through, but it's a 3-up for a reason. I think this is so good. And that memory of 4 to get a +1/+1 is pretty easy to get in the mid to late game. I'm still undecided like how much I like Rebel's memory, stuff like that, but I think there's high hopes for Ouroboros in this future, and even this, like right now I'm pretty happy with this list, but I'm still excited because there's that like, oh, I want to play and tune it. But that's going to be it for me today. Thank you all for watching, and I'll see you all next time.